What's up everyone, it's Tony here, and we have a very special treat for you all today. I'm standing up on the bow of a Doge 400. This is an Explorer yacht designed and built by Oceanking Explorer Yachts, and they truly live up to that name. This yacht has a full displacement steel hull with a bow bulb. It has an aluminum superstructure. Overall, the length is 41.8 meters. You have a beam of 8.5 meters and a draft of 2.4 meters at a full load. I will put a full list of all the specifications down in the description below. And thank you, of course, to Oceanking for granting me access on board. I think this yacht looks incredible in the water. It has so many great spaces and features on board, and I know for a fact you all are going to enjoy this one. So as we get started, before we start moving around, I do quickly want to show you a picture of this yacht's profile. Like I said, I think it looks great in the water, but you'll have to let me know what you think in the comment section down below. And as we said, we're standing up here on the bow. Up here we have a teak dining table, and these legs can be raised or lowered. And this yacht is going to finally be delivered to its owner after the Nautical yacht show. We're currently at the Cannes Yachting Festival, so in about a month this will be delivered. So there are a couple cushions missing in different places, but I'd say the yacht is about 98% ready to go. And they also have a second hull of the Doge 400 being built. So I'm going to point out a couple differences between this first version and the second version if you are ever interested in custom ordering one in the future. And before we head back, I also wanted to show you'll also have a bunch of cushions right here for a massive sun pad area. And I like how we have this open underneath. You can see the second garage. Actually, well, yeah, we'll say it's the second garage. We have a much smaller tender right here. You could also store jet skis in here, and you have the crane right there. Then obviously, very heavy duty kit on board with your bollards, your winches for the anchors, and your anchor chain, of course. And as we walk through this yacht, you're gonna see some of the very unique things on board, or at least some of the unique design elements. And I'll point them out as much as I can as we go around. First, I think we'll head back on this side. And I'm actually gonna walk all the way to the back of the yacht so you can see what it looks like from the aft perspective. We do have wing stations on either side. And we're gonna bypass this for now. But one of the first really cool features, and we're kind of getting it from the opposite perspective, we're up on the bridge deck aft, and they actually have two different staircases that lead up to this level from this massive aft deck below. So right away, I thought that was a really cool feature. And I'm sure you saw it, we have a massive crane right here. You can store a massive tender up here, or you could put a whole bunch of toys. You really have a lot of customization and flexibility here. Right now, we just have some freestanding furniture. So you have to let me know how you would use this space. And let's go to the passerelle really quick so we can get a peek down at the beach club before we head inside. This yacht is making its world debut at the Cannes Yachting Festival. Yeah, guys, just take that in. I love the double staircase on either side. And we're not going to go down to the beach club yet. We will save that for later. And then another cool feature, to get to the main level, we actually take a few steps down. We do have a lot of usable space underneath us right here, which, like I said, we'll see later on in the tour. But I think this is pretty cool. You get that space back and you step down a few steps. And we have a built-in bench here. This is another section. You'll have a cushion here. And then chairs on this side for an alfresco dining area. And then through these powered glass doors, this is where we find the main salon. Now, all the furniture and all of the design work was custom done by the owner. And one thing I read, and this was by design and on purpose, they actually wanted to choose very oddly shaped pieces of furniture to kind of break up the room. Normally on a yacht, you'll see it's a very defined space between the main salon, living room area, and then also the dining room. But they wanted to break that up a little bit. So you have a smaller dining table right here, some seating facing this direction, then your main living area is forward. I think it was put together really nicely. As you would expect on a custom monster super yacht like this, we have massive floor-to-ceiling windows as well. And this is pretty cool. I love when they build these, especially to this scale. This is a model of the Doge 400. So on the bow, that's the bulb I was talking about. I know there's going to be a little bit of glare and reflection. And let's see if this tells us what scale this is at. Looks like 1:30 for the model. Absolutely stunning. All right, we're going to keep on moving forward. We have a lot of super yacht to see. We come through this door right here. There is a side access door. And then behind this mirror door, this is the dayhead. I'm noticing very thick, heavy-duty doors in all the different areas. We have the stairs leading up to the bridge deck and down to the guest cabins. Now, as you would expect, the owner's suite is on the main deck. Like I said, extremely thick, heavy-duty doors. They have an office space right here with the TV that rises up as well. Then if we come around, very minimalist furniture at the moment. All of these were custom choices. I love, if you've watched this channel before, I always point out, I love the accent lights in the ceiling and underneath the bed. You have a large TV on the wall, and I like how this isn't a mirror TV. I know this is a very popular design choice I've noticed, but many of you, myself included, I prefer the more traditional TV in the wall. And the blinds are down, but you do have large windows on each side. And then forward in this area, you have the entire beam of the yacht for your ensuite. Check this out. You have the beautiful double vanity, toilet and bidet over on this side. And then let me just step all the way back to the wall. You can see this is a huge space. Just slowly walk across. And then here we have the shower with the massive rainfall as well as a bench. And then along the wall here, I believe this is additional closet space, where it's at least additional storage space. It's not very deep, so I wouldn't call it a closet, but you do have the storage space. And then your closet was behind the door when we first walked into this room. So we'll head over here. And here, once again, even on the closet door, which has, there's no reason this would be extremely thick, but even this is an extremely thick closet door. Here, let's see if we can get a comparison between the two. Both of them, very heavy duty doors, always a sign of high quality. And look at that, look at these little accent lights for your closet. And also all the woodwork in here, it's so fresh, it smells so good. Obviously you can't smell that, but I can. And don't worry, that door was not slamming. There is a catch for it, so that noise was fine. That's by design. Now, the guest cabins are going to be down this staircase. And we have 4 additional guest cabins. One thing I really like, first of all, if you notice, the lights did light up automatically as we walked down. And one thing I like, and I'm noticing a design trend, a lot of these newer custom yachts, they're not fitting as many cabins as they possibly can. Theoretically, you could easily engineer and design a yacht this size to have 6 cabins and sleep up to 12 guests. But in this one, they just opted for the 5 cabins. You have 2 single beds. But yeah, you have to let me know what you think of that design trend, at least I'm noticing. There's been a lot of newer yachts that I've toured recently where they just opt for the 5 cabins. And this is the smallest cabin. Still a really great size. And guys, don't freak out. There's not glass here. That's going to be one last touch that they put in before it's delivered to the owner. So your eyes aren't deceiving you. You're not going crazy. There isn't glass there. Like I said, we're about 99% ready for delivery. You do have the pocket doors installed. Same thing here. No glass for the shower. Then your 2 VIPs are on either side. We'll start right here. Then I really like you have a huge opening here with this pocket door. And once again, the lights lit up automatically as we got closer. And then you do have the walk-in shower, a little bit larger than the other two cabins, with the door to be installed shortly. Then last but not least, the second VIP cabin. And it looks like it's stone-lined the entire thing. Lovely finishes in each space, as you would imagine. Then the closets are along the wall right here. Excuse me, go ahead. So, we've seen all the guest cabins. Now I think it's time to head upstairs. And we head upstairs right into the Sky Lounge, which is set up as a formal dining area. Check this out, guys. Last year, we toured from Oceanking the Ducale 120, and I'll link that down in the description. So that's another 120-foot Explorer yacht that I think you'd be very impressed with if you haven't seen it. But they kept the same design philosophy. Both of those spaces have these entire walls of glass, so you can completely open up the dining space.
7 private yachts. Yeah.
Then you do have the TV mounted as well.
What naval architect do you guys use for?
So let me just step out to the side. And guys, look at that. This is incredible. And of course, it can be fully enclosed in case of bad weather. And to get access to the bow, this is actually where we started, right up here. You can see another wing station, also the door to the bridge. And this is where we started. I know we've already seen that, of course, but sometimes it's helpful, I think, for people to understand how the layout was set up. Then if we just walk around, you can see the casual seating set up right here. And then the double staircase like we saw before, leading back down to the aft deck. Now, through this door, you enter the crew domain. So we have the prep space for the stews. There is a staircase that leads down to the crew area. And then up through this corridor, this is where we find a little office space for the captain. And then we can step inside the beautiful wheelhouse. Captain's chair right in the middle, along with the bench. 4 huge multifunction displays. I'm going to put all the tank sizes, that'll be part of the specifications in the description if you want to learn more about that. I've said it before, it's an Explorer yacht. You have really great range on board, so you're going to have massive tanks to go along with it. And then back here, this is the captain's cabin. And a really large bed for a captain's cabin. It's actually a really large room in general, so that's always nice to see. And then their ensuite is located right here. And even this is finished really nicely, same as the other en-suites actually. It's always good to see when the builders are taking care of the crews. Now I know some of you will say, oftentimes the captain's cabin is a little bit elevated over the rest of the crew space, but we'll see that in a little bit. And then one is open, of course, here is the side access door to get out to the side decks. And I think there are some people on the sun deck, so let's actually head down this staircase and go check out the galley as well as the crew area. Just so it all makes sense, here is the main salon. So then through this door, you have your wine fridge, the staircase we just came down, additional storage. Here is your commercial kitchen. I believe you can sleep 7, potentially 8 crew members if the captain is sharing their space. So, down this staircase is where you find the mess. Here is a quick shot of one of the crew cabins. Really large. And then guys, here you can see the 2 additional crew cabins. Really good size. One more right here. And then over in this direction, we have the laundry room, equipped with, looks like Miele Professional Series. And we also have the crew mess located right here. And of course, they have a little monitor here, part of the bonding system, so they can monitor the yacht. Thank you. All right, so now I think it's time we need to head upstairs. Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Doing well, thank you. Don't mind us, just casually bumping into body styles. They're doing some filming at the same time, actually. This is such a large yacht. You're able to have a lot of people on board and not get into each other's way. Always nice to see them. They're such a nice couple. Here up on the sun deck, we have the jacuzzi. You have the sun pads facing aft. And I love this design. You have no rails on here, just the glass. And obviously you get a tremendous view off the back of the yacht. Now stepping forward on the sun deck, we do have a hardtop overhead. Then this beautiful bar area. I love the contrast between the black and then the teak on top. And then behind the bar, you're going to be extremely well equipped. We have a storage closet. Then you also have your commercial ice maker, your refrigerator, your sink, and another wine fridge. Everything you need to cater this area. And then you also have a day head on this level, located right here. And then we'll have another section with a huge amount of bench seating. And once again, the cushions will be supplied just before delivery. You can get a sense of what's going on up here. We're filming this at the Cannes Yachting Festival. As mentioned, this yacht is making its debut at Cannes. Now, I'm trying to think where we still have to go. I believe we've seen most areas. I didn't point it out before, but we do have the barbecue as well. And I think now we're going to head down to the beach club as well as the engine room. I know I've repeated myself, but guys, I really cannot get enough of this multi-level space. Now we're going to head down to the beach club. You can see how when the transom folds out, you have a huge platform. We also have the shower built in. And then this is a really well-designed area with multiple purposes. First of all, you can see it's entirely teak lined and it's designed really well. So you can use this as a casual seating area or your traditional beach club. But then you'll also notice the crane in the ceiling. And that's because this wall, which is teak lined, this is a balcony that will fold out. And then if you wanted to, you could store a tender in this section, release it out the side. So this is technically garage number 1. Garage number 2 is up on the bow, and then obviously you have the massive aft deck where you can store even more toys if you wanted to. So you have a lot of options here. And there's also another day head located back here. And then this is one of the customizable options. On the second option that's currently being built, you actually can't even notice it, but there is a secret door right here. See if we can find it first try. Perfect. So you push this open. This one is set up as a massive cold room. So you have your sink. And then as you can see, currently it's not actually on, but if you wanted to, it could be. Then let's flip this around. And this is because the owner of this first model intends to do some very long distance cruising. And because of that, you need additional cold storage. So it's always nice to see when a yacht, when it has a tremendous range capability, which I know I haven't told you yet, but it's always nice to see when it is set up to be able to meet that demand. But I did mention the second version being built is going to be something different. And on the second one, this area is actually going to be a gym space. So it'll be entirely open and you'll be able to fit a treadmill, maybe a massage table, or whatever other equipment you want in there. And then also, you have very easy access to the engine room through this door right here. You can see the teak steps. You can also get up through the side deck. Seeing how this yacht is brand new, obviously it's very clean, very well lit. You have your 2 generators in the middle. And then look at these engines. So let me tell you about the performance, because I know I've been teasing it for a while. This yacht is equipped with MAN V12 engines. You can also opt for Cat V12 engines. Both are going to be around the same performance. Your top speed is around 15 knots. Also, sorry, the engines, 1,450 horsepower each. So your top speed is 15, you can cruise at 13, and at an economical speed of 10 knots, you're looking at around 4,000 nautical miles. You can really travel to some far places on this one. And also, I did read in some of their materials that at a long-range cruising speed, as they call it, so very slowly, but at 8 knots, you can potentially get up to 7,000 nautical miles of range. And with the steel hull, you have obviously your water makers on board. This yacht is built to last. And I must say, I have been incredibly impressed with this one as we've gone to the different areas. I'm going to give you one more shot of the beach club, and I think we'll head upstairs from the opposite staircase, just to give you some variety. And you will have to comment down below. Let me know what you think of this one, so I have truly been impressed. And here, this staircase, you have a full-size door out to the side deck.
Okay, increasing that.
So we will give you one more shot in the main salon. And we'll just give you one more look at the owner's suite as well. Thank you to Oceanking Explorer Yacht for granting me access on board. All right, I know I've been all over the place. Let's go upstairs and finish this tour. We have some traffic downstairs. Thank you to Oceanking Explorer Yacht for granting us access on board. They truly live up to their name and they build an incredible yacht. I believe this is the largest they've ever built, and they're continuing to build more and more. So I'm very excited to see what they do in the future. Comment down below, leave a like on the video if you enjoyed it, and we will catch you next time.